And the Buddha, the Buddhas. For example, Shakyamuni Buddha. You know his story, right? Since he was a sentient being, like all of sentient beings, he has already been sacrificed many times for others. And when he became Buddha, officially Buddha, he was a Buddha a long time already, since time we could not even count, but he appeared to be a Buddha again, like under the Bodhi tree at that time. After that, he still sacrificed many things. And mostly these things he did alone. Ananda maybe not around, nobody to witness. But here and there, if we read the story of his life as Buddha, we see many. We see many sacrifices. Yeah, like one time he has no food. He has to eat the horse feed for 3 months. And Devadatta tried to assassinate him, but failed, still cut off one of his toes. You know this story, right?
Yes.
And several more incidents, but never mind. And even when he almost breathed his last, he told his monks not to eat certain mushroom, because he knows it's some poison in there. So after he ate that, he died. Yeah, he has something wrong with the stomach. They just mentioned it briefly because the Buddha would not elaborate. So they did not really know how painful it was to eat poison and die from it. Milarepa also died of poison. Many saints die of poison, either voluntarily or being forced to. Like Socrates, I think he was also poisoned in prison, correct? If I remember well. After enlightenment, I thought I don't have to read anything anymore. So I forgot all this stuff. I'm not well practiced in reading anymore. Only after I have you, then I begin to read some more. But those things I read long time ago, I forgot. Because I was like you, searching for enlightenment, and I thought I could find them in books, in holy scriptures and sutras, or stories of saints and sages since the time began. But I could not find. Only now I read them for you, so that you can see some example of past saints. At this time he wasn't a saint yet, maybe not yet, not complete yet, but he already practiced selflessness, sacrifice, and endurance. So if we, in this life, we found life difficult or trying, hardship, then we should remember all these stories, at least to comfort us that we are not in the dire situation, not as bad and so much pain and suffering like Lord Mahavira or like the Buddha, Shakyamuni Buddha, and like other saints and sages. That's some story I have read to you. Okay, huh? This story alone will not bring you enlightenment or promise you any liberation. But as an already enlightened practitioners like you are, it will serve as reminder, okay? So that you more encouraged, more determined to go on your spiritual path unflinchingly. So we will continue now. So this cowherd was beating him relentlessly. But the master still continued to meditate. Can you do that? Yes, you can? I saw you do this. What mean? You mean no in India, or it mean yes in Taiwanese? Okay, never mind about that. I can't. I will be very distracted. I will be probably yelling and screaming and tell the guy, no, I didn't do it. Not me, I didn't do it. Yeah, I probably will complain. Yeah? I don't know, I haven't been tested so hard like that. Maybe heavens know that I am not so tough, so they have mercy on this little frail woman, never give me such a terrible test. Yeah, maybe kind of operation and all that stuff, but then you were under anesthesia and you don't feel much, and you wake up after a while and then you'll be okay. And nowadays with medicaments and everything, things are not as bad at those times, especially for the monks like Lord Mahavira, who meditate in the jungle or in the forest without anything with him at all, and in such a lonely place. And still somebody come and whipped him up like that. This is really, the world is really insane. I don't know why the saints and the sages from time immemorial always come back to our terrible world to try to talk to the deaf ears and to the blind eyes people on this planet, and suffer so much unbearable pain and sorrow. I don't know why. Remember my song, Talking to Stone Buddha? It's just one of a little feeling, very short and very light. Sympathy doesn't describe enough the pain and suffering of all the Buddhas and the saints have to go through in order to enlighten the dumb, deaf, and blind people of this world, the heartless beings of this world. The Buddha said that somehow we humans are to be feared even more than animals. I mean the ferocious animal. He said that the worst animals, they would just maybe kill you. Yeah, quick. They don't torture you. And they don't even, not just torture your body maybe, but even your mental, your emotion, your psyche, everything. Animals are not as cruel as humans. That's what the Buddha said. Maybe in Lotus Sutra or Surangama Sutra or maybe Lankavatara Sutra. And in Vietnam we have an idiom, a saying that if you rescue animals, they will repay your kindness. If you rescue humans, they will hate you. They will repay with trouble, pain, hatred. Actually, maybe it's true in some way, in some cases, in some cases. Yeah, just like, meaning if you help animals, they will repay you kindly. If you help human beings, they probably repay you with trouble, pain, suffering, sorrow. You can see here, the Brahman, the Lord Mahavira, has only one piece of cloth. He even shared and gave him half of it. Not because the Lord Mahavira at that time feeling like attached to half of that cloth or something, but he thought maybe he needed it just to cover himself for some decency. He just came from the palace where ethic, decency, the code of decent dressing has been imparted to him since he was a little kid already. As a prince, you have to wear decently, you have to wear properly, befitting a royal member. And he just came directly from the palace where he was so adorned with all kind of beautiful jewelries and expensive dress, and even carried out on a chariot by his servants. And immediately now he has only one piece of cloth. So somehow in his mind is still lingering the thought that he needs to be decent. For what I understand is like that. Of course you would do the same, right? It's just the mind, the habit, and the tradition, the custom that you have been brought up with. And that is normal for any beings at all, even with the Buddhas. Especially at that time, he has not yet regained completely his status of wisdom, of a saint. Yeah, not yet. He just begun his journey to enlightenment. And he just came directly from royal lineage, from royalty lifestyle that he immediately cast aside, but still his mind is still thinking, you have to cover yourself a little bit. After it's taken away, then he is free. He free himself from whatever worry that he still has about decency. That's why he keep going into the jungle, huh? Yeah. Or a remote village when he needs maybe some food or something to sustain his body. And he already gave this Brahmin half of his clothes. And the Brahmins still follow him everywhere for 1 year long, just to wait for the opportunity to snatch the other half of his only possession for decency. There's a good example of how humans repay kindness. And you can see in our Supreme Master television, animals, they're loving, so loving to animals and to other species of animal, not even their own species, yeah? Every time I see this on SMTV, I loved it so much. And I wanted to go more on retreat to help them. Understand? It's motivated me more. Or the same as if I see suffering, animal suffering. Humans, we can think of the way to lessen the suffering. We can have medicine, we can have neighbors to help us because we can speak. Or if we can write, we say, I'm in need of help, we can call people. But animals, they are helpless. And they have been tortured, killed, maimed, mistreated every day in our so-called civilization. This is not civilization. It's barbarous, I'm thinking. I'm not even thinking. I know it is. How can we, strong, intelligent, powerful, harassing or torturing or taking advantage of a small, weak and helpless animals, even big ones like cows or something, they are very docile, because they know they practice endurance. They have more contact with heaven than many of the humans do. That's why they endure it. They could do something, but they chose not to. Most of the time they choose not to react or to revenge. But there is one, this is one of the instances that I remember in the circus somewhere. The mother elephant finally revenged and hurt many humans around just because I think they were harassing her baby, her little elephant, to train. They use very harsh and cruel ways to train and to break the elephant, to subdue the elephants into obedience because they scare them so and they break them down. Very cruel practice. I saw that. It hurt and it bleeds and they whip them or cut them, all kind of things. And I don't know if I'm living with humans or I'm living with beasts sometimes. Some people make me think that I'm not living with humans. that I'm not living on earth, that I'm living in hell somewhere. Because even in humans' law, we only punish the bad ones, the criminals. The animals, they do nothing. There are no criminals. Why they have been subjected to such kind of, worse than nightmare, worse than imagination kind of treatment. And it's still going on nowadays on our so-called civilized planet. If I don't think about that, then I still can live. If I keep thinking about that, I just don't want to stay here anymore. I don't know if some humans or many humans are really worthy of any mercy or redemption. If I think about that, pardon my anger. I'm doing a lot more retreat nowadays whenever I can, okay? Be it 3 days, 2 days, 1 week, 5 days, 1 month, whatever I can, okay? So if you don't see me sometimes, please don't try to pull me out by praying this and that, and understand? Just let me do my job also, okay? My job is not only to teach you or entertain you, but my job is inside for other beings, okay? Not just this planet, other planet as well. You help me by meditating and wishing me success in my inner journey. And that's the best you can do. Got that? Okay? Originally, I left on Thursday. And I intended to stay until next Sunday. But I feel some pulling, so I came out. And I go back again, okay? I go back again today or tomorrow. Actually, heaven advised me to begin my retreat for 1 week. Monday, begin tomorrow, yeah? But I couldn't wait. I said, why not now? I have finished some of my urgent job already. I just go. And then they are right. I still have to come back here today and begin again Monday. But at least I have 3 more days extra before. You see? So it's okay. I didn't lose anything. I gained. Huh? Good. That's my calendar, you know, right? My famous calendar. When I read the sutra, I talk a lot more in between. You like it anyway, huh? Yes. Or you don't? Anybody don't like? Raise hand. Yeah, you like it. I know you do. Because just to read this, anybody can, yeah? Just go on internet and you even could get it without having to buy or pay very little to read.